Hello everyone, my name is Monique. In this video, I will show you how I made this beautiful evil-eyed artwork on this wood using the technique of nails and strings. And this is my first piece. I will show you how I created this. So it came out pretty good to be the first one. So let's get started.
Okay, so this will be the result of the evil eye created with the technique of string art. Okay, so I will begin by grabbing one of these wood plaques that I had somewhere here. It's about 9 by 6 inches, 6.5 inches. So I need to measure the length and the width so I can create the drawing of the evil eye. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now with the ruler. And now I'm using one of these circle templates to create a circle for the middle part of the drawing, which is the iris, right? Or yeah. Okay, so let's continue here. So I'm drawing here the eye, making sure that I follow the dots that I marked. The one is not gonna be like too big or larger than the wood I have. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now, and great. Now it's time to cut it using a scissors. Okay, just like this. And I have it all done here. Now I need to add a little tape. I added tape at at the corners just to make sure when I place it on the wood so it will stay. Okay, so I'm redrawing here to make sure it's visible, and I'm using this kind of nails which are about 1 inch and they are headless. Okay, so I'm using a hammer here. I'm using my hands first to grab the nails, but I think I need a plier. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, using the pliers so I can follow the lines of the drawing. So when I put the string, it will be much easier to follow and fill the drawing. Okay, great. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit this process, but it's a lot of fun. You're gonna be having fun, making this kind of project. And you can, grab any image from the internet or you can draw whatever and just make sure you use a thick uh plate of wood. Okay, so I'm continuing here, hammering the nails to make sure they're in the right place. Okay, just remember they have to be very, very secured. Okay, if the nails are about 1 inch, you need about like half inch to be, in the wood. So make sure you use the hammer until they are, very tight and secured, that they're not loose. And that way, that's how we need the nails to be on the wood. Okay, so I'm speeding up this process, but you're seeing here what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm almost done here, hammering the nails. Okay, so time to secure very well. They're not gonna be perfect, okay? But at least you try it as much as you can to even up all the um nails, that they have the same length, okay? Okay, perfect. Now time to remove the paper. I need to remove the paper, but I'm securing everything here. No problem. Okay, great. Okay, so I have all the nails there. Now time to remove the paper. Okay, and that's where I place the clear tape. Oh, I forgot to tell you that you need to put tape to secure the artwork on the wood. Excellent. Okay, you use one of these pliers, to remove any extra paper. Okay, time to use the strings. I'm using this kind of yarn. They're not too thick, they're not too thin either. Okay, I'm gonna begin by making a knot before I placing it on the one of the nails. And I'm gonna tie like maybe 3 knots because this is a acrylic yarn, and it's kind of, it's not, it's very like a slippery, I think I would say. So I don't want, this yarn to be slipping out of the nails. Okay, so I'm using this plier to follow that part. So we're gonna go with layers here. I started here doing filling, the part that goes the white part of the eye, which is the sclera. Okay, both parts, both areas. So it's on the right and on the left side. I'm filling all the spaces, but you just go with the string freely. You don't need to go, follow a pattern or follow something. No, you just go, just make sure, you know, you cover all the empty spaces, all the empty spaces that have no string. So just to make sure you cover everything, and that's what you're gonna do here, following whatever you know, is empty. Okay, just like that. And speeding up this process. In the meantime, if you see the logo in the middle, is because I have an Amazon store. I sell handmade products like bracelets, engravings on metal, personalized gifts like with photos and names. I will leave the link below just in case if you want to take a look what I have available there. You're welcome to see my store on Amazon. Okay, so I'm continuing here the process, filling the spaces with the strings, and I'm using this clip and to help me, to attach the string and secure the string there. And I'm gonna be making 3 knots. So I need to make 3 knots because this is acrylic yarn. Okay, making sure it's secured and it's tight and all that. Perfect. Okay, so I need to continue, and then you have to hide the string, okay? Just like that. Or you can put some glue if you want to, but I'm not using anything. I'm just, hiding it underneath. And that's enough. Okay, I'm using now the color blue. Again, you need 3 knots, okay, to secure the yarn on one of the nails there. Perfect. Okay, so we're this project goes, with how do you call that? With layers. So you continue, different layers, filling out the um the nails or the spaces just like that. You go by layers. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm filling the layer here of the iris. Perfect, perfect. Just like that. Then when you are at the end, it doesn't have to be perfect. There there will be some spaces there that are not completely filled, but it doesn't matter. This is my first project, and you learn, you will see after making other projects, what um how to improve your techniques. Okay, so This is my first project and I'm showing you here, but I'm doing, pretty good. I'm doing pretty good here. So make sure you do 3 knots if you're using this kind of string, like this kind of yarn, which is acrylic. Okay, so I finished this layer and I'm hiding the blue yarn underneath. Okay, so now you can see now that is an eye. Okay, so let's continue with the next color, which is over there. Okay, perfect. Make sure you do 3 knots always. 3 knots, okay? Because as I said, this is very um it's acrylic, so you need 3 knots each time you put a new color. Okay, let's continue with this color. I'm gonna speed up this process again. You can use a plier, you can use something, to help you. Um, yeah, to help you with this. And you just go randomly, just place the string randomly as and try to fill the spaces. That's what you want. Very good, very good. The eye is taking form now. I can tell. And it's looking very nice so far. Okay, so I finished that. Now the next color is going to be light blue. Okay, you kind of have an idea how to place the strings on each nail. Just make sure, you cover the layers. Perfect. Okay, now I did the middle part, which is the pupil, right? Okay, very good. Now I'm working on the eyelashes. Perfect. Okay, so I'm grabbing the string and going like that, like a zigzag, right? That's how you do it. And then you fill every empty space. And you will go over again. So this is the first turn, and then I will go over again until it covers all the eyelashes of the eye. I love the evil eye, and I have, on my store I sell a lot of like rings and bracelets. You can take a look. I will leave the link below just in case if you wanna, see what I have available there. Okay, perfect. I'm almost done with this. I'm just making 3 knots at the end and I'm completing this. Wow, amazing. Okay, so you hide the strings again. And voila! There we go. We have completed this artwork. And now I'm gonna grab a Sharpie, and just to cover some nails there, the top of the nails, only for the eyelashes part. We don't need to do it in the whole thing. Just like that. Okay, I will sign it. Bye, Monique. Okay, great. And I finished this project. The next project that I will be making will be a personalized portrait. Okay, so I love this technique. I'm impressed with this result of my first project. What do you think? Beautiful, right?
Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.